fate from yesterday's race to set the grid for the sprint race here today, and the drivers are almost ready on the grid down below. Davide, is there anything we should be looking for in today's race? The teams are all very competitive at the moment, so are we about to witness a push from anyone in particular?
Hi Alex, the team will have been studying everyone else out there very carefully, so I think we are in for a very interesting event today. I can't wait to see how this race unfolds.
I'm in the same vote too. Oh crud, I forgot my bread. I see one. "21 laps. All right.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
I swore I had 2 rolls of bread in here and I can't even find the other one. I found one, but I can't find the other one.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Hi, LJ. This is actually the last race of the night. Sorry, I was eating a roll and I didn't share. In fact, I had 2 rolls. I just ate one, but I don't know what happened to the other one. Oh, I just lightly tapped him and you removed... Oh, BS. I call BS on that one. I call bullshit on that one. I just lightly tapped him. Anyway. And we're racing in the sprint race! Lot better start than the feature race. Of course, I won the feature race. I don't think I've ever... Sprint race at Bahrain was a disaster, so we're going to try to bounce back, see if we can make up some points in the race. This is actually our last race here in Azerbaijan. Next race we go to is Spain. 21 laps. Don't have to make a pit stop in this race. So we can go to the end of the race on a set of mediums. And this is actually a fresh set of mediums. No, because I'm getting ready to go to bed after this race. We'll start a call tomorrow on Discord. That's why I don't want a, because it's like very late. Alright, 21 laps.
That's a strong start. Well done.
A lot better than Bahrain. We're a lot better start than Bahrain, so. Now we're going side by side for the final step of the podium. Mick Schumacher is leading this race as we got 21 lap complete, 20 laps to go. Only the top 8 will get points in the sprint race. From 9th on back, wherever you finished in the feature, that's where you would start in the sprint race. So if you're 8th, you're on the pole for the sprint race. Crew chiefing? You mean crew chief? Not crew chiefing? Nice dirt, Belgic. But it's pretty good to see him. Nice for Jeff Hammond to be back as crew chief. This time in the truck series is kind of rare. Him being the crew chief, that's a big deal. Might try to get under King. After this lap, DRS will now be enabled. If they win, that's the problem.
That's a new fastest lap for the race.
Alright, DRS is now enabled. Now we're on lap number 3 of the event. Oh, Mick Schumacher locked up. And this is for the lead of the race. And that was a successful pass, as now we have taken the lead of the race. Mick made that pretty dang easy for me. Considering I went like 22 laps on a set of mediums and won the feature race. Yeah, but the problem is they won't be in the top 20 in points since they're running a limited schedule. Said they're running 8.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
And who would be sponsoring them? That's another thing. I just love that front straightaway where we go top speed at 200 miles an hour, and we're going around. You see what happened at that roll. I bet everybody's excited about the NASCAR season starting up next week. The weekly show is back after their 3 weeks off, but we first have to recap our next race. Our not Saudi Arabia, Santiago. That's the race we have to recap first. Because we're actually going to be in, like I mentioned, Great Lakes' server. I've never swept the weekend, so this could be a good opportunity to sweep the weekend here in Baku. Yeah. Well, NASCAR podcast is like the weekly show, so...
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Just love me coming down the front straightaway to Azerbaijan going like that. It's only 21 laps. This is like 8 laps shorter than the feature race. Spain, I know for the feature race, is like 40 laps. And depending on what tire you start the race, 40 laps seems like a freaking long feature race, but it is. Would have been nice if they would have had the sprint race and then the feature race. I have not. I'll probably do that before I go to bed, so then I'll give you my opinion. I think the weekly show for Memorial Day will probably do it on a Monday because... Cool. Might do the weekly show like Memorial Day because of the fact that, like I mentioned before, I'll be out of town. And I'll also have the IMSA podcast taped. So that's going to be something I'll have to keep.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap for the race.
Yeah, because we don't have any other races until we start having some global races. We'll separate that and we'll also do all that stuff. But if I want to combine all the global and NASCAR edition, I might to do a combine. Yeah, because remember, before we get to NASCAR, we have to recap Santiago. So I'll just say when I turn to the panelists, I'll turn to the global panelists, and then I'll ask what they thought of the race. Because I'm really curious of what you guys will probably say about, other NASCAR races and all that good stuff. Because you'll say, and I'll turn to the panelists and I'll say, for example, what were your thoughts on the Clash? And then I'll just select the name and all that good stuff.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Excuse me. Got 14 laps to go in this sprint race. Yeah, 21 laps don't sound like a lot, but remember this. You know, this is a very long circuit. Some of these races, the sprint race may not be as long as you think, but remember, it would be a very long road course. Because I want to get the F2 car straight to Abu Dhabi. That's why I might have to hold like the F1 weekend. Put like F2 in front of free practice 1. Then F2 qualifying, then free practice 2. Then... Shit. Couldn't get the brakes on in time. Because we won't have a... Because what we'll do first is... Or what I might do is probably do like the NASCAR edition first. And then for global, the next week we can recap Santiago. Because we only have Mexico City to preview. Because the NASCAR edition of the weekly show, we're just going to get you caught up on all of the news and notes. No, actually, let me rephrase that.
We're leading our teammate by 39.5 seconds.
No, let me rephrase that. I'm actually just going to do the full show. There's going to be some shows where I'm going to do like the global edition and the NASCAR edition, like I did last year, so. And of course, when we do the predictions, I'm gonna do it in the order I feel like doing it, because I would like to go last. Because if you didn't know, PCSRA president, like me, goes last for predictions. So that way I can write them down and I don't have to do it later, so. Because for the NASCAR edition, for the Clash, it's 75 points. 25 for driver to win, 25 for driver to stay away from, and 25 for the dark horse. And then we can do predictions for the duels. We're going to do our predictions for the duels, and I'll slap it up. I just hope the pit stop show goes, like I mentioned, goes the full season. Because it was kind of boring.
Good on tyres for a while. The wear doesn't seem too bad at the moment. Just take care when you load them up.
As I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by my race engineer, I just hope order is going to be, I'm actually going to... Actually, I need to figure out the order of how I'm going to do the picks, like, of who's going first. The only exception is if Cody Smart, and this is going to be the only exception. I normally go last, but if for any reason Cody Smart has not joined the weekly show, he's actually going last. And I would go next to last. So I'll probably make a little reminder just to let everybody know. Just for those of you getting a little heads up, if anyone is asking, we're going to wait for Cody Smart to get in the call, and he will go last. Cody will probably go last. During the summer, I will probably go last. Seriously? Fucking internet that sucks like ass. Need to figure out what happened to my other roll. I had 2 rolls and I lost 1. Yeah, and I got crumbs all over the damn bud. Hopefully I didn't knock it over by mistake. Ah, shit. I'll find it later. Oh, unless I ate it earlier. Yeah, I must have ate it earlier. He hasn't been on for a month. I'll probably just do Go Force picks. Because I don't know if Kyle's going to be on for the weekly show. I haven't talked to Kyle. Because if he's not aware... Which reminds me, I don't know if he's on the Pit Stop show this year. Forgot to ask Elijah, is Kyle going to be eligible for the Pit Stop show? Because he said a while back he was probably done with you. I don't even know if Elijah's aware about that. Until I bring that up. You know, until I let Elijah know about that little situation, that's going to be fun. Yeah, the order is going to be if Kyle joins. If Kyle... Because remember, you're going to pick a pole sitter. And then once you pick your pole sitter, that pick is automatically locked in. So... Yeah, if go forth, yeah, I'll make an exception to that. Because I did Cody go forth global picks. Otherwise, he would have been on 0 for a while. So. Because remember, my point lead will be in severely trouble in the overall standings, so... And if you do join IndyCar, you are, quote, part of the global standings, but you will probably get eliminated after the IndyCar finale, so... keep that in mind. Yeah, so... I'll probably ask if anyone else wants to be a part of the weekly show, come on and join, because you'll get a choice of either doing both NASCAR or just global or just NASCAR. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Well, because you would actually be last as far as the Yeah, I can do your picks for all the series, but like I said, you would be already last place, only 3 points behind me, so it's not like it's a big deal, so. The only thing, however, is going to be an issue is Kyle probably have no points on the board by the time, if he even joins the weekly show. Because like I said, I don't even know if he's coming back to the pit stop show or not. Kyle, I'm referring to. Kyle Langland, that is. Or if he's absolutely done. Because, I mean, if he's
That's a new fastest lap for the race.
Shut up, engineer. I was talking, not you. Yeah, you can reveal that Clash winner when we get to the show. I think I know who I'm picking, but we'll see. But what I could do is I could record the weekly show, and then you guys can make your picks. But like I said, that will be for the NASCAR edition of the weekly show, because I don't know how much, because we got a lot to go over the breaking news stories and all that. Ryan Bologna? Oh, good lord. Yeah, I might actually record the NASCAR edition of the weekly show, because... Or actually, we might do the NASCAR... screw it up. I don't... Well, the problem is the deal won't do Twitch. Fuck. And I'll have to figure a way to... If I record... Yeah. Taylor's gonna do a funny song. I might ask the panelists if you guys want to record the weekly show for next week. We can do that. Oh boy. Yeah, I might think about that probably before we get the predictions, unless Taylor will do his song probably like when he does his intro. Hope you won't be dancing naked. That would be bad. We're under 10 to go, by the way.
You're leading the pack. P1. The gap behind us is 27.0 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 9 laps to go.
You just roasted yourself. You do understand that. Technically, you just roasted yourself. Yeah, we'll actually do the weekly show, so we can just do our picks for the Clash. Because, I might actually do a schedule change, and we'll see. Yeah, we might do the weekly show in addition to the IMSA podcast. Well, actually, no. I have an idea. We'll probably do the weekly show on a Monday. Monday or Tuesday, depending on whether or not. Yeah, and I'll have to edit it, if you know what I mean. Shit. Yeah, I'll have to do that after the race, so. Because I'll ask people, if you guys want to join the weekly show, NASCAR edition, on Discord, I will edit your role and you can come join us. Because you get your chance to make your picks and all that. Yeah, we might actually do 2 shows today. The IMSA podcast where we recap Daytona, and then we'll have the... I'll probably put out a little note that we're actually going to do the IMSA podcast. I'm going to actually bump the IMSA podcast up to like 1 p.m. Eastern time. And then we'll bump up the weekly show to today. Because we're only going to have like 18, well, possibly 19, 18 drivers. Since the 96 will not be in the Clash. Because they're going to only focus on the 500. I have no clue about Daniel Hemrick. So if anyone makes a pick for Daniel Hemrick as like driver to stay away from our dark horse, you probably might want to change it just in case Hemrick will not be in the Clash. I'll have to ask Brian any word on what ride Daniel Hemrick's going to have for the Clash. If no, then we're only going to have 18 drivers. Are you talking about Hemrick? Because he won a pole for the Clash. So, I mean, if he wants to run the race, great. If not, we'll only have 18 drivers. Okay. So we'll have 18 drivers then. I'll probably just put a little note. By the way, 5 laps to go. See, I told you, the freaking sprint race is going to be less than an hour. Go figure. So, I'll actually make it a little note. And remember, it's only for the Cup Series. That's the only predictions we're going to make for NASCAR. Actually, we'll also have to make our picks for the who wins the pole for the 500. And we'll just throw a random driver out there. Since we don't have the entry list for the... Damn it, I ran fucking wide. I mean, do you have the source on... Because I asked somebody in the Victory in Jesus chat, is Hemrick running the Clash? Oh, and I drove it in too deep. Yeah, well, actually, you'll actually get to tell us that pick when we get to the weekly show. Yeah, but if they do, we'll see. If not, then we'll have 18 drivers. I'll just put it out there and let everybody know there's only going to be 18 drivers. We'll probably record it tomorrow. Because like I said, I gotta probably record the IMSA podcast. Get it ready for recapping the, yeah, I'll probably put a little announcement out there. I mean, like I said, we already got the Clash entry list. So it's not like we don't have the Clash entry list. But we'll have the Daytona 500 entry list sometime next week. I'll have to see what Brian says in the Victory in Jesus chat. I just figure out where'd my phone go. Okay, where did me phone go? Oh, there it is. Well, there's gonna be rumors anyway, so let's see what Brian says. Yeah, but we'll probably just say withdraw because, again, we don't know if he will be in the Clash or not, but like I said, we'll see.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
If not, we'll just say top 9 is the dark horse, bottom 9 drivers stay away from.
Quick word on the tyres, they look okay for now, but we can see the wear. If you can't feel it already, then you'll certainly start too soon. Just be careful.
I think I have a good pick for Because I think the only standings I'll go over is going to be the global standings. Three laps to go.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Well, you would have to only choose one to be the driver to stay away from. Because like I said, after Daytona and Talladega, other racetracks except Daytona and Talladega, you're going to have to make your picks a little bit difficult. Because the quote, it's kind of too easy, if you know what I mean, so... Luis de la Trez is out. No!
Caution, caution.
Yeah, but like, so... Of course, we'll announce those picks tomorrow, because first we have to do the IMSA podcast, because I got to recap. Two to go. Well, if you missed the show, the sentence you can put your picks in... Well, if you missed the show, you can put your picks in the predictions chat. You do know that, right? Yeah, because if... Yes, put your Daytona 500 pole sitter, and then your picks for the Clash. Because I'll actually let everybody know we're actually going to do a weekly show, and then we'll take next week off. I think that's the only prediction for this next weekend is the Clash, because there's no global race this week. There's no global race. Yeah, pole sitter, Daytona 500, then it's the Clash, driver to win, driver to stay away from, driver, that's the dark horse. Because I'll actually tell everybody we're actually going to do the weekly show. Since we'll take next week off because of the
This is your
stuff.
Final lap of the race.
Hey look, we're going to get the sprint race in under an hour. How about that? Next week they are going to head to Spain, so that's going to be fun. If you're watching this video, or this stream, we have what we got coming up this week is the the continuation of Austin for free practice 3. Or no, free practice 2, 3, and qualifying. I'll probably do that, like, on Twitch. Yeah, because the Clash is the only predictions. And then, like, after the Clash is when we'll start doing the dual picks, then Trucks, then Xfinity, and then Cup. Because we also have Formula E as well, so we're going to probably let the global people go first, so they can get their global picks out of the way. Unless they want to do it in a different order, they can. And I sweep Azerbaijan.
Superb driving. That's the race win.
So as they climb out of the car, the ART team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
Well, I'm not sure what we just saw, but one thing's for sure. Today's winner has certainly showed they have no fear battling it out on the track. And who can blame them? I don't think I ever seen someone through the competition so quickly. Today's race was a sight to behold, and judging from the crowd's reaction, it went down well with the fans as well.
An amazing race today, and a very well-deserved one too. The team worked very hard to get exactly the right setup out of the F2 car. It works for them, and the results speak for themselves. ARTGP winners today.
Oh, yeah, Great Lakes. I'll fill you in, Great Lakes, in your DM what the plan is.
After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the driver's table. It's a good result for Nick de Vries, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship.
ART takes over the lead.
Who would you say was your driver of the day?
Alex, I go for Antoine Hubert. The other driver, he was spectacular today. What an overtake. Fantastic.
And now a look at the team standings. ART moved to the top of the table. There will be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you'll join us at the next race when Formula 2 returns.
So I got 14 points. So that's not too bad. So, yeah. So that is it for Azerbaijan. We'll see you guys next time from Spain. So, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.